What is up, you sexy bitches? So I hope you all had a good 4th of July weekend, holiday, whatever. Man. I got Thursday, Friday, Saturday off. Didn't have to go to work till Sunday night. It was like a little mini vacay, man. Especially for me, I usually work 6 days a week. If it wasn't for Saturday, I probably would have went crazy. Because the 4th of July fell on a Thursday, right? And my old lady, she works at a gas station, so she has to be there. You know, they don't shut down for the holidays. And her boss went out of town for a wedding. She couldn't get any time off. So our 4th was pretty quiet. It was just a normal day. I just didn't have to go to work. And Friday is pretty much the same thing. And then Saturday was hectic. Oh my God. Get up. She went to work. Then I had to take my youngest son with me in this van, in my work van, to go pick up our 16-year-old from his job, which he works with her, like stocking and shit. So I had to go pick him up. But because I'm in my work van, I had to leave my work van there and take the big van so the three of us could get back home, hurry up, pack our youngest's clothes, because he went camping with the in-laws for the week, so I had to pack his shit up real quick, then drive to Lakewood, which is about a half an hour from where I live, drive to Lakewood to a wedding, and we were late. Like, I showed up, the ceremony was over. Like, we showed up, really, I showed up and ate food and left, basically. My brother-in-law got married, so it was like, we showed up, like, sorry, I'm late, half an hour late. They're like, you missed it. I was like, what I missed? They're like, the wedding, the ceremony, it's over. I was like, man, I had to pick him up at 4:30, whatever time it was. I don't know, I was half an hour late to the wedding. So I left him with them, drove back to Lorain from Lakewood, which is about 45 minutes, dropped off the big van, picked up my van back, drove back home for like 5 minutes just to check on things, then went to my aunt's house for a little cookout and fireworks and shit. Left there about 11:30 at night, about 11 at night, and drove from their house in the Grafton area all the way back to Lorain, which is like another 45 minutes. So I could follow her home, because she doesn't really like driving at night. So when I can, I'll follow her home from work. Yeah, it was, Saturday was a busy fucking day, man. But it was safe, you know. It wasn't bad. And, yeah, so that was pretty much it. And Sunday, just hung out. So I had to go to work. Can't complain. Can't complain. But summertime, you're supposed to be busy on the weekends, you know? It's starting to rain. So how was your guys' 4th? You enjoy it? I hope so. Hope everybody was safe. Things went well. You had a good time. Got to spend time with family, friends, whatever. Cookouts, fireworks, all that good stuff. You know? There was Saturday night, there was a bad accident right around the corner from my house. Dude T-boned this lady, killed her. He was drunk. He was like 30 years old. His life was over. Like, it's those little decisions that you make when something, it sucks. It's like, you made the decision to drive home while you were drinking. Then you made the decision to try to run the light. And you T-bone somebody. They lose their life. This is devastating for their family and the people that know them. And now you got a DUI, vehicular homicide, whatever they decide to charge you with. And you're going to get some time for that. Like, there's no not getting time for that. You know, especially because you were drunk, like, and you ran a red light. So, man, those decisions, you know, you don't think about it. I mean, shit, how many times when I was younger and I used to drink did I drive home shit-faced? So many times. And any one of those times, something like that could have happened. And the one DUI I got, which I did a video on it before, I rear-ended somebody because, well, really I fell asleep. It wasn't because I was drunk, but I drove home like 7:30 in the morning from a bachelor party after being up all night long partying. And then I drive home, and that's what happens. Why are we not moving? I should have gotten the other lane. And it ended up costing me a shitload of money and losing my license, and trashed my car, and it was just all bad, you know? But hey, you live and learn, I guess. But it just sucks when you learn and your lesson is that hard. You know, you have to live with the fact that you took somebody's life on accident. And now you got all these charges coming at you. It's a horrible thing. So make good decisions, make good choices, you know? You don't want to learn that lesson the hard way. Oh, then like my last video, what the fuck? I was talking about LeBron James and his kid getting drafted and yada, yada, yada. Look who signed a new contract with the Lakers. And he didn't even take a max contract for the first time in forever, just so the Lakers had more money to sign other people. But his kid's there, so why not? You know, I'll take a little less money, they give my kid a little more money, they can sign a couple other people, we can maybe win a championship. Like, how sweet would that be to win a championship with his kid? You know? But it'd be pretty sweet for him. I know if I was him, I think that'd be pretty sweet, pretty dope, you know? Anyway, what else do I want to talk about? Oh, yeah. So, I don't know if you have watched The Fall of the House of Usher on Netflix. It's like, I think it's like 8 parts, right? Each one's about an hour. A little more, a little less, some of them. If you haven't watched it, go watch it, okay? If you have watched it, like, I guess keep watching. I don't know. If you haven't watched it, maybe don't listen to the rest of this video. Well, I guess you could, because I'm not going to give any spoilers. Like, it's great. Like, it's great. Like, I've watched a lot of those limited series that are on Netflix. Like, some of them are pretty damn good, especially like the Harlan Corbin ones. Like, Stay Close, Gone for Good, Fool Me Once, that was a good one, right? And some of those actually have the books, too. Like, well, I don't read the books, I listen to them while I'm driving. But anyway, if you haven't watched it, watch it. If you have, you know, it's great. But it brings up a question. Right? Like, I don't know, not like selling your soul to the devil, but kind of. Like, if you were brought up with the situation that they were brought up with, what would you choose? If somebody came to you and said, you can have everything, you will be rich, you'll be powerful, you'll never get in trouble for nothing. Like, everyth's gonna come up you. You and your family are gonna have so much money. Generational wealth. But, when you die, it all goes away. In some form or another. When you die, the house of cards come falling down. Everybody under you gets in trouble, like, or dies, or whatever, right? Like, all your kids, grandkids that all are going to suffer because you were so great. But not until you're gone. So if you live to be 80, 90 years old, you're going to have a great life until you go. Your kids, grandkids, are going to live in luxury. They're going to have everything they ever wanted until you go. I can't keep it. But then the last few years of their lives may not be so nice. Would you do it? That's the question. Would you say, okay, so from the time I'm 30, or in my case 43, for the next 40 years everything's going to be great, but then everything's going to come crashing down and everybody else is going to have to suffer for my, like, I don't know, like, would you do it? Or you can just continue on the life you're on. Hopefully you get there. It's like taking a shortcut and paying for it 40 years down the road or 50 years down the road or whatever the case may be. But the payment is so harsh. Or take the long road. I don't know, man. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. You'll understand what I'm talking about. Like, it is so good. So, anyway, I'll leave you with that. If there's anything you want me to talk about, if there's anything you want to know about, if there's anything, you know, fucking throw it out there and let me know. I'll do it up. We'll talk about it. We'll be about it. You know what I mean? So, yeah, you guys take care. Be safe. And I'll be back soon.